Hey dating masses, Michael here with idateadvice.com. Today's topic is interracial dating advice. A little more serious, a little more sensitive than some of our other topics, but relevant to the world we live in nonetheless. In today's modern society, you see all kinds of couples who come from different backgrounds. Are you attracted maybe to exotic facial features? Do you work in a diverse work setting? Did you just fall in love with someone from around the globe, around the other side of the world while you were traveling, you know? Maybe you just grew up in a diverse neighborhood. Whatever the reason that you find yourself in an interracial relationship or interested in interracial dating advice, remember one thing before we really start. People are people, the bottom line, okay? No different from you and your family. And with that being said, interracial dating can still be a tough pill for some folks to swallow. So for discussion's sake, let's talk about some points. First, it's the 21st century. So if you have a problem with interracial dating, you gotta let it go, okay? Times have changed. My grandmother is gonna be 90 this year. She has a problem with interracial dating couples. She says it's not right. She's a different generation and she doesn't understand, so I don't expect her to understand. But if you're a young person living in a modern society, it's just not a big deal, okay? Families may not understand, but they don't have to, okay? It's not their thing to have to be okay with. Now, you may say, I want my family to love the person that I'm with just like I love them, or I want them to be okay with me dating somebody that's of a different race, a different color, creed, religion, whatever. And this video is really for diversity, not just interracial, but diversity among dating. So you may want your family to accept the person that you're with, and of course that's what you want, right? Everybody wants that. But first and foremost, it's about the person that you're with. It's not about your family's accepting them. If your family can't accept you for liking that person or falling in love with that person, which is something you can't control anyway, then maybe you should rethink that family tie, even if it's very close family. They're maybe not treating you right, or maybe they're not treating the person who you like very, very well. Point 3 is that a relationship concerns only two people. So kind of beating off the back of this other one, the relationship that other people see doesn't matter. If I decide to date somebody from Africa, somebody from Russia, somebody from Yugoslavia, whatever, and they don't have to be from that country, but the person's family comes from that country, that's my business. It only concerns me and the person I'm in the relationship with. So don't get too frazzled if people are giving you problems, or if you're unsure about dating someone outside of your color or religion or whatever it is. Interracial, that's really what we're talking about here. Don't worry about that. Not a big deal. Okay, it only concerns you and that other person. The fourth point is that color means nothing. Think about this. Think about it in a logical way. What does it mean to be a different color than somebody else? It means nothing at all. You're a person, you're made of DNA and ribosomes and all sorts of biological stuff that they're made of too. We're just nature. Color means nothing except for just the history of people. The fifth point is, most important is how you treat each other, right? Not the color of your skin, but that you treat each other well. And just understand, love will prevail. So even if people are snickering, giving you looks, which we're going to get to that in a second, don't let it bother you. The only thing that's important is that bond that brings you guys together, that's making you a happy person. That's what relationships are about. Are you guys making each other happy? Not about the race. Sixth point is that diversity has a lot to offer. I love putting myself in a diverse environment. That's why we feel great, that we grow in very diverse environments. That's why workplaces have become more diverse. That's why cities do so well, metropolitan areas, because they attract. I'm from New York City. These places are the melting pots where we bring all of our race, creed, colors together to affect each other, and we grow from that. So being with someone of a different race, religion, an interracial relationship, if that person lives that other culture, you may have a lot to offer each other that you never would have been exposed to if you hadn't been with a person of that race or a different background. Point 7 is the public might stare. Now, I touched upon this just earlier. What are you going to do about that? What are you going to do when you go out to dinner and you're sitting with your girlfriend or your boyfriend and people are staring and they're talking, whatever? Get used to it. It's going to happen. Don't care. It's not a big deal. Not going to harp too much on that one, but people are going to stare at you, get used to it, and to heck with them. Doesn't matter. 8 is very important because it's kind of what you base everything else off of. You know, you could take all this advice, points 1 through 7, you could run with them and you could have no success. Because point 8 is to be proud of who you are and who you're dating. You want to be a model couple for society. You don't want to let what other people are saying or doing affect your relationship. You know, you want to know who you are, be a strong individual, know that you love that other person, or you're really involved with that other person because of who they are, and just be proud of that. Don't think that you have to say something back to somebody if they're having a problem with it, or stand up for, you know, a point to make. There's no point to make. Just be proud of who you are and who you're dating. Point 9 is not to harp on your interracial status. It can be easy to do this when you meet somebody, when you sort of run out of things to talk about, if you run out of things to talk about, or because it's such an obvious point to be made, because you guys are different in some visual way, it can come out, you know, like, oh, I've never dated a black person before, I've never dated a white person before, I've never dated you know, someone of your color before, or whatever. Don't say that. Don't harp on the interracial status. Act like it doesn't matter, because it doesn't. And it could be very offensive to somebody if you say something like that, especially if they're very used to hearing it and they're very uncomfortable from it. Be mindful of how that other person thinks. Point 10, and the final point, is just do your thing and live your life. You know, the world will keep turning no matter what type of race you date. It's not going to affect the world's not going to burn down. No one's going to go to jail. No one's going to hate you and never talk to you again. And let me tell you something. If somebody does turn their back on you for dating someone who's interracial, or you really catch some heat from somebody over this, why are you even talking to that person in the first place? We have a lot to offer people as individuals, and that's the only thing that matters, you know, and your happiness in the relationship. That's the only thing that matters. If you're into dating a certain color, creed, religion, whatever, go out and find that person. Don't let it be a barrier to your life. Once you fall for somebody, it won't matter if they're black, white, brown, or purple. If you're dating for the right reasons, you won't even notice the difference in race. All right, dating masses, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to get a new dating advice video each and every week. We welcome your questions and comments, and as always, we reply absolutely free of charge. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Hey dating masses, Michael here with idateadvice.com. Today's topic is all about how to overcome fear when you're asking a girl out on a date. Girls are just like guys, okay, except they're prettier. That's it, it's the only difference. On the